Alright, I'm going to go over a few upgrades I've done to my Blade 130X. I got the red and yellow canopy, makes it a lot easier to see in the air, especially outside. We're doing flips and rolls. Much better. And it's sharp looking, which doesn't hurt. Now, first thing I did was I noticed that the motor was getting really hot. So, I got my Blade SR, took the heatsink off the tail motor and popped it on this main motor here. And it does help cool it a little bit more. A little bit. It does help. And I've done micro heli upgrades. Got the main blade grips. So I've got those. Don't have the head block yet. They were sold out, so all of them, so I'll have to wait on that. Have the red anodized aluminum swash plate, carbon fiber anti-rotation bracket mounted to this little bracket down here, this red anodized aluminum micro heli bracket down here, which snaps into place where the canopy mounts are, and the canopy mounts go right through it, and it's pretty sturdy. It's not going anywhere. Much better than the stock plastic anti-rotation guide there. That was horrible. That was not that great plastic. This is much more precise. The Cyclook is a lot better with that. I've also upgraded the main shaft to a titanium shaft, and then I've got the aluminum collar right there. Here. Now, to the tail, I've got the carbon boom supports with the aluminum here. And same thing on the other side. And then with the tail in the back, I've got the aluminum micro heli tail case. And I've got the weighted micro heli tail grips and the pit micro heli aluminum red anodized pitch slider there, and that also with the blade grips came a micro heli T-shaft as well. And I've got the micro heli carbon fiber vertical stabilizer fin. That's really nice. And one thing with the back here is that there's this little screw right here. Don't tighten that down all the way. I got real bad vibrations when I tightened that down all the way. I had to back it off a little bit so I'd have, this bracket was way too tight when it was tightened down all the way. So that's probably for maybe Micro Heli is going to come out with an aluminum bracket. If they do that, then maybe the pin they have will have a slot in it, and then you can tighten this down. Right now it's not really doing anything. I just tightened it down and backed it off a little bit so that I made sure this had plenty of play in it and wasn't too tight. You don't want it tight, you want it just kind of lots of play. Be able to move freely, I should say. Not play, but be able to move freely. You don't want it binding, which was what it was doing with this screw was tightened all the way down. You don't want that, because the tail was just going that was not good. So and it's kind of wear and tear on the servo that you don't necessarily want either, so don't do that. Keep that, don't tighten that all the way down. So those are my upgrades on the Blade 130X for now. Alright, here's the 130X. I'm going to show you how with the aluminum tail upgrades with the tail blade grips that are weighted, and then the pitch slider that's aluminum, and the tail box that's aluminum, how it's better. Just for the most of that vibration, and soft spool up. So, much better. And I'm going to take off with it. that is basically it. That's my 130X with all the aluminum upgrades, except for the head block. I haven't gotten that yet. So that's to come. But it flies real smooth, much smoother than stock. Love it.